Hello guys, my name is Andy and I am going to show you my best way to farm for insects, honey, mushrooms, you name it, and on top of that get heaps of money and research points. Uh, what I'm going to do is show you my way, and there are probably heaps of other ways you can do it. I don't know if there are any better way, but this is what I've learned. Um, First of all, I want to take you to the chief um, botanist and the botanical research.
Harvest,
We go.
harvest!
What I do here is I always fertilize. On the right side, you can see the fertilizer effect. I go fertilize, and then I take all the ones with the star. You can see the the bottom four, with not counting the soft soil, have this extra star, like the mega fertilizer, choice mushroom substrate, thick summoner jelly. I'm probably not saying all this right, but my um, English is not my native language. Ancient catalysts. I have them all on the right side, as you can see on fertilizer effect. And what I do is when they reach to 4 duration left, what I do to save points, I use the soft soil. When and it jumps back to 9 durations. This does that you can then cultivate anything you want at a maximum rate, no matter what. And all you'd have to do is to remind yourself to go back and fertilize with soft soil. Uh, if I go to soft soil, you can see everyone is back to 9 durations. So it doesn't matter what you are cultivating. For instance, right now I'm cultivating nitrous shrooms, fire herb, and devil's blight. You can also go like all in on honey, or the you can cultivate anything like things you real bitterbug is one that you tend to use a lot together with the honey. Right now I'm okay with honey. I have 843 of them. I have I'm a bit short on bitterbug actually. Flashbug is another one that I use a lot. Uh, they are they are the ones you use to flash the monsters. So now I'm gonna show you how I farm and get a lot of research points and money on it. Right now, let's see if we can see
Hail!
this. Right now I have 92,142 like research points. I have 6,400,000 and something thousand zennies, which is the cash in the game. Oh, hello, piggy. Let's pet you and make you happy. Before we go to the farming. So, what I'm gonna show you now is my equipment, right? So let's go and see my equipment. What I do have, I just have the hammer, um, the Empress Mace Rune. It doesn't matter what weapon you use really, because you're not gonna fight anyone, hopefully. Um, I have this one because it's got some slots for decorations, but the equipment I use is the Hunter's Headgear Alpha. This is the skills I have, and I'll go through the equipment first, and then I'll go through the skills for you. Second I have is the Rathian Male Alpha, the King Beetle. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm gonna try. It's Bracia or something like that. Bracia, Bracia. I don't know. Please leave a comment and uh, teach me how it is pronounced correctly. Then I have the Hunter's Coil. It's a beta, and the Vespoid Greaves, also beta. Um, this will give me the skill set you see on the right side. We go through them all. I have level 4 botanists. I'm not quite sure you pronounce how you pronounce that, but please let me know if you can be bothered to teach me how you pronounce it. This skill gives you 1 extra herb, fruit, nut, seed, insect, mushroom per gather. This is quite handy when you are farming because it gives you 1 extra every time you encounter one of these items. Very nice to have. The Geologist level 3 allows you to gather 1 extra time in bone piles, and also mining outcrops, and other gathering points like the special fruits that you get more research points on. Entomologists, oh, a lot of difficult words that are not in my everyday English vocabulary in this game, but this is could be in handy if you want to, knock down a couple of Vespoids to get some corpse from insects. You can carve them. Sometimes you need items from them. Recovery up actually just comes with the male. The what would you call it? It would from the Rathian male, yeah. And so it's not important. It's not an important skill really. Master Gatherer speeds up gathering and prevents knockbacks while gathering. The knockbacks isn't really why I have this one. It's just to speed up the gathering because it's good to speed up the process. The Honey Hunter gives you 1 extra honey per gather, and it really comes in handy for that honey we all long for. Scoldfly range up level 1. It comes with the cap. The Scholar speeds up the process on the research level and special investigations. It's also handy when you are going to farm. The Scent Hound is increasing your scout flies to find tracks by monsters. Like if you will find more tracks, as I understand it. And this, if you are following like a large monster you want to get maybe an investigation of, like one of the elder dragons, you are more bound to get those tracks, and if you find them, the GOG will increase faster. Forger's Luck does help you finding rare gathering points, or better yet, it increases the chance of rare gathering points, which you will see on the map when we're out in the field. The Detector shows rare gathering points on the wildlife map, and hasten recovery comes with the hammer because I have augmented my hammer. So this is my setup. I also bring with me the Geomancy Charm to get the skills that I want. I have the Gilly Mantle, the Assassin's Hood. If you're a beginner, you really don't need these mantles like the Assassin's Hood or the Gilly Mantle. The Gilly Mantle really comes in handy if you want to try to escape a big monster, because I have not the the armor itself combined isn't really a good defense armor. Um, a total defense is only 221, so you can get you can die. It's not a good armor for defense. It's a good armor for gathering, and I'm gonna show you now what kind of items I bring. I only bring with me one Farcaster. Why? It's to avoid dying if I am in trouble. I use the Farcaster and get back to base and start all over again. Uh, the rest of the spaces I leave empty, and that I'll show you why. My favorite place to go is actually we go to the wildlife map and choose world map, and we go to Rotten Whale. We have Odogaron and Deviljho lurking around, but they won't bother us too much as long as we just watch our back. So let's go to not southeast camp, the number one, but we will go to the central camp. If you haven't unlocked it yet, I would recommend you to play a little bit and get that camp unlocked. We go to high rank because we want to go to high rank, and off we go. So we go to expedition, and hopefully we won't fall down. If we do, we just jump straight to camp at the area 11. Let's see now. There are two things that spawn very rarely that are some to get the last bits and pieces of to get the, how do you say, it's a rare fish. I can't remember exactly the name. It's Putapultapus or something. I can't remember it right now. And you have this one bird that is usually on the back of the moss swine. You can see Odogaron in the background. We will ignore him. We just pick up the herbs. Get ready the... Oh, there we have company as well. They can do whatever they want. We won't bother them. We'll get ready our Gilly Mantle. And what we can do, we can catch these in the meantime. Let them fight off whatever they do. Okay. Take all this Omen Fly, Gloom Gecko, and sometimes Moon-like Gecko will spawn. Ah, I thought I saw one. No, I did not. We just catch these, and I'll show you my route. You can see how many points we get. 8 plus 8 plus 8 becomes a lot of points in the end. Okay, so this is the first level. It's quite safe to go. You can see this. You can follow. Oh, they're right up here, so we'll actually avoid them by going down. And we can take these ones as well, because we can see. I can see them on the map. I'm not afraid of them coming because they won't find me as long as I have the Gilly Mantle on. There's the first mining outcrop. posts. I pick up the footprints. Over here you have the Devil's Blight, and I'll show you my route. You can see on the map, if I follow here, there we have Nullberry. You get 3 Nullberries, and you can see we get to hit the crystals 4 times. There's another bunch of mining outcrop here. Oh, that was a Nova crystal. We can go here. Oh, you can see there are 2 spots for Deviljho, and the likelihood of getting like good investigations on Deviljho increases with the amount of research you have on him. I could also go and catch some of the bats that are flying around with my nets, but I won't bother with them right now. What I do next is I go continue down here. Nobody will bother me really. Occasionally you will have a visitor. Here's a Godbug. You get 2 of those because of the skills you have. Here's another. And the good thing with this, you can also get your bounties. The ones if you have chosen, like we're gonna pick up just quickly up here. Mulberry, and then we're gonna go over here, and oh, there we have the herbs. We have Godbug, and there should be another. There we have it. Be careful not stepping into the water. That will actually eventually kill you if you're standing there too long. You will. Nullberry and Nullberry, and we are maxed out all our Nullberry now. We have the Deviljho straight over us, and now we will go into my favorite space, which is up here. Here you'll find 1 flashbug there. We can go and get the bone pile. You should get 4. We have 1 mining outcrop here. We have another flashbug that respawns here. We have the dragon fairy berry. We have the flashbug, and sometimes this is how you get your money. You take the fishing rod and we just start fishing. These are all, let's see if it bites on. There we are. These are all golden fish, and they leave golden scales, and the golden scales are sold when we get back to Astera. At the moment it takes a while for them to bite on our fake fodder, but we can do something about that, because right up there we have bait bug. But I'm just gonna take my time now. You could go straight up to the bait bug, but you won't get enough bait for all of the fishes anyway, so you have to use the fake fodder and catch some of them. Let's see if someone else bites. Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, there you are. There you go. That's a golden fry. Let's see if we can get the last... Oh, where did you go? There you are. Oh, I was too early on that one. Actually, you get the point. I won't bother you with this anymore. We can catch some bats and get some more points. And we're gonna go to, if you haven't unlocked this yet, these acrobats will help us farm. If we are lucky, in this pond over right by the far end over there, a special fish will spawn sometimes, but it didn't at this time. Here's another. You can kill the moss vine if you want to. I never do that. I actually like him being around. You get, let's see what else we get there. We get dragon strike nut. We get the bait bug. We get the honey, and see now, picking up the honey, you get 5 honey every time. Devil's Blight, you get 3 out of. Bait bug, you get 2 out of. We take our net, point it at the geckos, and these will give us a lot of research points, which we need when we are going to buy to the handler. Sorry, not the handler, but the captain. Let's see, didn't catch any. Let's see if I got one there. Yeah. So we go back here. The flash bomb has respawned. Same with this one. There we have the ant carriers. We get another dragonberry fairy. And out here we can just be careful that Odogaron isn't lurking around. With the underground fruit, you get a lot of points. This one is a great one because it's so damn time consuming to you know, harvest. So what I do is just take my route. Oh, you'll give me some points. Come here with me. And over here we have Slashberry, we get a Odogaron, we have another Might Seed, we have some spider web, you can see on the map, and we have another, there's a bitterbug there, one more there, that's 4 in total. We have another honey, which gives us 3 honey there. Flames. We have, you can't pick it up, but still. And when we get back here, most of the items have respawned. So we can go again the same route, and the mining outcrop have respawned, and we can do the same route for a couple of rounds before we want to head back to Astera. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yeah, I think that's fine. We have a god bug over here. Oh, the stone, no. We go and do the mining. Take this route before we head back into the cave again with the fishes. And the acrobat will help us farm, so you get that as well. Okay, let's do the... Up here there should be a god bug somewhere. There you are. Oh, no, we don't need to go and get you, but we can get the herbs here. And we can get the last mining outcrop here. So this is actually the route I take when I farm. And let's see what we get in the end. So I get right up here. I put my ghillie mantle back on, just in case the bird pops out. It usually doesn't if you can't see the bird sitting on the moss swine. It usually does not spawn that time. You have to go all the way back and and to Astera and then back again. So let's see. We have another. You can see the bats. They don't react to me as long as because the bats I think scare away the bird with their screaming. So you have to have the ghillie mantle on, and it usually sits on that back. We can go. So the honey is now max. Let's see if we have another flash bug. It's getting maxed out now, so we can't pick up this one. You have a look here. No fish here. Let's go and see if there are any fish that have respawned over here. We have the one. We take our fishing rods, and there are a couple of them. And actually, I'm gonna take, since I have 8 bait bugs, I'm gonna use them. This is a great way to get rich because it costs a lot of money when you're going to improve your armor and all that stuff. So I'm feeling happy with this. Take back, just take up my wildlife map, go to the world map and back to Astera and to the trade yard. And that should be it. Now let's see what we got out of this route. Because the good thing is that going on an expedition, it actually, this is what we gathered. The Palico gathered for us 1 herb, heaps of different types of, you know, rocks and what do you call it, metals, and from they even got some mushrooms for us, and the tail riders helped us a bit as well with some bones and some extras. Research points 673. Excuse me. And what we can do is, after you've done this route a couple of times, you can sell off whatever you get because you will be gathering quite a lot of unnecessary stuff. So, the good thing, like I said, is that an expedition like this counts as 1 round at the botanical research. So I can now collect my harvests. So I do this in between bigger quests where I know I have to spend a lot of resources to fight the biggest and baddest monsters. So and as you can see, I have 5 rounds left. Down to the right you can see on the fertilizer effect, they have still 5 durations left. When they drop to 4, which will be next time, I remember to fertilize with the soft soil, and you can see it pops back up to 9. But since 9 is the maximum number of durations that we can have, I like to wait until it drops down to 4, because it gives you 5. The soft soil, as you can see, lasts up to 5 quests, and an expedition counts as 1 quest. So I got a couple of extras there, and now let's see what we got from all the fishing we did. We go to the provision stockpile.
Oh.
We talk to the provision stockpile master, chief, owner. I don't know what he is called. But let's see. We go to sell from item box and we press on PlayStation for triangle. That will sell all trade-in items. And we got 6,500 from just the trading items that you can't use for anything else rather than get money of it. So they're useless at anything but getting money. And if we go to, let's see, you can see all the gathered iron ore, not from this quest of course alone, but what I've done. If I start selling 10 of these, which would be like what we would gather, it's another 5,000. This one here, the carbolite ore, you go and sell 10 of these, it's 6,800, and so on. And sometimes you get things that are really rare as well, like the Nova crystals. I think I got one and my Palico got one, and each of those goes for 2,440. So that would bring the total up just on this route over 10,000 zennies. And a couple rounds of these, you get quite a lot of money. I'm gonna, like, for instance, sell 164 of the Dragonite ore, bring that down to 300. That's usually what I do. I don't know why, but that's what I do. Oh, there we go. Because I don't need all that extra. I'd like to have some money. Right now that's not a problem for me. I have more than enough to cover any upgrades I want for my armor and weapons. But the good thing is that we got 600 research points as well from this route. And oh, one more. There we go. So if you want to join me on this route, let's see what. Yeah, probably have to go to the online session. There you can see the online session ID, which starts with 3, FBJ, and so on the top right. So if you want to join me, I'll be farming and give you tips and tricks. So since I played quite a lot this game, you can see from my guild card, I have spent a lot of hours on this, and I've gotten the last medal, which is Conqueror of the World. And if you want to get this, I will gladly help you achieve this, especially getting the large and miniature crowns, miniature crown collector and the miniature crown master, and then you have the giant crown collector, and the giant crown master. These two, the giant crown master and the miniature crown master, are the most time-consuming medals to get, because you have to go and get all the basic monsters, not all of them, but most of them. You have to get them either in a miniature or a giant golden crown. Apart from that, you have to get different kind of insects, birds, and that special fish which I can't remember the name of right now. Let's see if it's here. Here it is. It's the living fossil. That's how I remember him, but he's got a name. It's like Papapapaptus. I can't remember. But let's just go to our hunter notes and find out what that fish is called. We go to monster field guide and we go to aquatic life and let's see. Oh, sorry. It's called. Is this the one? No, it's not the one. It's this one. Petricans. 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 I've captured 7 of them, and I'm still missing out on a lot of great size, different types of fish. Captured 8. You can see how rare a great size fish is. Out of all the 469 golden fish I've fished in this game, I have only managed to capture 8 great sizes. The golden fry, I've been capturing 53 of them and only gotten 1. So the great size fishes will definitely take a long time to complete. So that's my route for farming and getting money quick, and also research points. So that is that's one thing left for me to do, and that is to wave goodbye. Now I'll do that thing again.